Hello again and welcome to part 10 of The Legend of Spud Murphy. Well, last time we looked at the story, we discovered that Spud Murphy had tricked Marty by promising to give him a cool pirate flag stamp on his arm that would last for days that he could show off to his pals. But actually, do you remember what the stamp said? It said, "I love Bobby." So poor Marty was really embarrassed. Let's find out what happens next. So we're on to a new chapter. This one's called Chapter 4, A Good Book. For the next few visits, I sat on the carpet pretending to read. I sat there until I felt sure the pattern from that faded old carpet had transferred itself onto my bottom. Marty spent most of the time licking his forearm, but it was no use. The stamp didn't fade, and now he had a blue tongue too. Sometimes Mum arrived early to take us home and would catch me pretending to read. "Now there's a sight to make any mother smile," she said. "I knew you would love reading if only you would give it a try." That was it. We were doomed. 3 afternoons a week, Mum decided we would spend 2 hours in the library. So 3 times a week, we pretended to read quietly. Sometimes we forgot to be quiet, and then Spud would pay the children's section a visit. I remember the first time it happened. We were arguing over who owned the air in our bedroom. I said that Marty owned the air on his side of the room, but he said that he owned the air at ground level. This meant that I would have to climb onto the top bunk just to breathe. That shows how bored they are, doesn't it? They're arguing over a load of nonsense. Suddenly, a familiar shadow fell across the carpet, making me shiver. Spud stood there, feet apart, belt weighed down with rubber stamps. Without saying a thing, she pulled out a large flashcard from her pocket. What do you think is the message on the flashcard? On the flashcard was written the word "shh." We got the message. We couldn't fight. We couldn't shout. We couldn't make loud bodily noises. All the things young boys live for. Oh, the boredom! My head felt like it would fall off and spin across the wooden floor. I tried everything to entertain myself, watching movies in my head, following the pattern in my carpet prison, eating strips of paper from the books. But most of all, I just dreamed of freedom. Okay, you'll have gathered by my sticky note there that that's as much as I'm going to read today. And I've got a slightly different job for you today. Instead of answering questions, I would like you, please, to write a set of instructions on how to behave in Spud's library. I would like you to use numbered steps, please, to give these instructions. So remember, instructions aren't the same as full sentences, really. They're much shorter than that. And you would use a number at the beginning of each one to show that it is a new instruction. Instructions use bossy words. They tell people exactly what to do. Sometimes they might tell people what not to do. You see what you think of. So, for example, if I was to write instructions to my children on how to unload the dishwasher, my instructions might be: 1. Pull down the door carefully. 2. Pull out the top tray. Empty all the cutlery into the cutlery drawer. 3. Pull out the middle tray. Put all the cups and glasses away in the correct places. 4. Pull out the bottom tray. Put all the plates and bowls in the correct cupboard. 5. Close the door again carefully. So can you see, I started each instruction with a number. I used bossy words that told my children exactly what to do. Pull out, close, put away, They are instructions. They're not politely written like, please would you be so kind as to lower the door gently. That's far too much information, far too many words for instructions. Instructions are just brief and to the point. So please write instructions on how to behave in Spud's library and remember to use numbered steps. So think about all the things that Spud Murphy told the boys they needed to do when she first got to the library. So can you remember what those instructions were? If you need to, you could go back and watch the video again to remind you. So remember, we've got things about a section of the library they're allowed to be in, a part of the library they must stay on. There are rules about things to do with their behaviour at the library. These are all important facts that you could include in your instructions. I look forward to getting your numbered instructions. Thank you very much. Bye for now.